In the wilds of Alaska, two remarkable creatures, the eagle and the raven, share a relationship that's as complex as it is captivating. Sometimes rivals, sometimes allies, they navigate the delicate dance of competition and cooperation. As an autistic individual, I see echoes of my own world within theirs. The way we connect, clash, and sometimes coexist with neurotypical people.
Raise your hand to stop this stupid offshore drilling.
Each of us moving to our own rhythm. Here, I'm searching amongst Alaska's vast skies for answers. The Alaskan Native peoples who believe that each and every person is born into either the eagle or raven clan have long revered these creatures as symbols of balance and duality. By studying their intricate bond up close, their imagery and spoken word, I hope to recover and reveal what these creatures teach us about our own relationships and the beauty of embracing difference.
There's a raven out there. We found our books. Mazzy's coming. Clothes are drying. Our dresses are drying. We stepped in poo 4 times and broke a jar of
full of spaghetti sauce.
We're
rolling.
And we're out. Is Mazzy coming?
She's already in the car, bud.
Oh, all right.
It's 4 a.m. and we're really not morning people. And it's around this time that I begin asking myself, why are we even doing this again? Officially, we're going to Alaska to photograph wild bald eagles from my book, but that's not the real reason. The real reason is Mom. Mom and her sanity. Mom is the heart and soul of our little Nero tribe. She is the glue that binds us. From her deep involvement in the kids' performances, to arranging playdates thousands of miles away, to administering first aid after my wasp attack. She's our real-world supermom, and she even does it all with a smile. Well, mostly. This is by no means an easy task when you take into account everyone's neurodivergent sensitivities and needs.
Anti-bee device.
Oh,
Last night,
no critters on our face. We'll just get you one of these for your whole body. And you'll look cool too. Get ready.
We already have the bee suit.
That's not to say that taking care of us in our diverse shapes and sizes while also running the business doesn't come at tremendous cost. Burnout. And not the kind of burnout that can be swept away with a restful kind of soak. This level of burnout hits very hard. We've seen the effects on her showing through. There's a reason she's the one who carries such a load. Dad's efforts in taking on more have a tendency to backfire. In the past, we only found one thing that could pull her out of this caregiver burnout. Though this solution comes with its own stressors.
Puppy morning aftermath.
So, this time, we tried to go with the next best thing. Kayaking. One of her best ever experiences kayaking was when she and I paddled around Alaska's Inside Passage. Mom was in heaven.
Bon voyage!
Mazzy, not so much.
You're stuck with Daddy!
But we discussed it with the family. And Mazzy was willing to brave the mental discomfort to go back there for Mom's well-being.
Originally, I thought maybe a cruise would work for us. I wouldn't have to cook, clean, drive. That could be great. But I'm not really sure where cruises are at as far as accommodations for autistic people. Like, would they be in sensory overload? Could we get our preferred foods? So in the end, we just went with the tried and true, kind of doing it ourselves.
For our Nero tribe, kayaking through remote islands in the wilderness is a logistics challenge. but if successful, can yield incredible rewards.
An octopus car. We arrived early enough to head out on a hike. Linnell was really pumped to be here and wanted to maximize her time on the mainland before embarking on the difficult crossing over to the island. Hey, bear. There was a recent bear sighting with 2 cubs. Mama bear in this whole exact area. Here we are practicing our ugly American sounds to avoid any potential encounters with the bear.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
We wanted the bear to have plenty of time to know we were coming.
You were right when the lady said she saw the bear.
It's like we stepped into a dream. The air was dense, the forest alive.
But it's so calm back here. Feels like you could.
As we wander through this serene forest, I watch our kids come alive, their neurodivergent challenges fading away. My heart just swells seeing their unique gifts shine.
We're not entirely sure.
Sure, Frank.
Curious, vibrant, and soaking in every moment of nature's embrace. These are the times when I'm really reminded of what an incredible blessing they are, gifts from the universe entrusted to us. As their mom, I've learned that to give them the best version of myself, I really need to balance nurturing them with caring for my own spirit.
I feel like we're on some Disney thing.
Taking time to wander in these woods without a set destination or timeline is such a perfect antidote to our sometimes busy and hectic life.
As cool as it was having these recent bear signs everywhere, it was also a wee bit unnerving. So, back to the hotel, a great first day. Linnell snagged Connor and bipped out early that morning. They ran into this really cool local.
So I've had to do that a couple of times, but fortunately, cops have never arrested me.
Connor really gains a lot of insight from these encounters.
10,000 years ago, the cycle ended. The ocean started to rise.
Connor's been studying indigenous peoples for quite some time, so this was really the treat for him. This is where having flexibility in the schedule really comes into play. Transitioning from polite talk to a deep, meaningful connection that had a powerful impact on the both of them.
Every place you've been, where's the best place?
Right here.
So, what is basically the connection to your land mean to you?
It means that I'll always have a homeland.
What's your relationship with animals like?
I believe that bears are our brothers.
Is there any specific phrase that you would like to say about history?
Those who do not know the past are doomed to repeat it.
Meanwhile, across town...
Oh no. A thief has come. He's being rewarded
I know the
for
drill.
his bad deeds.
Mazzy also managed to make a friend.
So cute.
He is so cute.
The ravens in Alaska are some of the largest in the world. And I'm theorizing some of the most intelligent as well. They seem to form complex relationships, even with other species, especially wolves and coyotes. It's even known that ravens will guide eagles to large animal carcasses, knowing the eagles, with their superior strength and talons, can tear open tough hides that the ravens struggle to access, to the benefit of both birds. There are even reports of ravens and eagles playfully flying with each other.
Much like the forest hike the night before, the town of Sitka is also like walking into a fairy tale. This little fishing town has a view that's just ridiculous. Turd. There's a brand name for you.
This is a town where hunting is a part of life. While we understand this, it's a very hard concept for my family and I to stomach.
And here, our favorite place in all of Sitka, the amazing...
The Old Harbor Bookstore, Linnell's favorite in the entire world.
Every book on the shelves is lovingly curated by their quirky crew of eco-obsessed, brainy bookworms, just like her.
This looks like I found. It's by Edward Curtis, one of the most famous photographers of all time. One of his most famous photos of a Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce tribe in 1903. This guy should be my role model of what I should do if I were to be a photographer that would change the world's perception of animals and humans and basically culture and things like that. I would do this.
Oh, and did I mention the exquisite adjoining coffee house?
Okay.
The whole family snuggled in and read for a spell prior to our big crossing. This was also a convenient distraction to keep Mazzy from obsessing about it.
Sympathy.
The portrayal of the hyena folk is not to his liking.
Before this trip, Linnell described to me the precious moments perspective. For her, it's all about gathering those short moments in time, the ones that burn themselves into your memory forever. She was really hoping this would be one of them. I'd say we succeeded.
Mazzy's impersonation of Mom at the bookstore.
Oh, you can just sit down. I just have a little section left to do. So you have here all the way to there left to do. Yep. But I do skip sections like drama and... Okay, one more. This is really interesting. Let's sit down for a moment. Oh my gosh. This is like all about puberty. This is perfect. This is about middle age. Perfect.
Did I mention Linnell has a book addiction?
Good pile right there.
They have a bet going. You guys are trying to figure out how many she's going to have total, huh? For her birthday, she's decided to load up for the whole year here. The bookstore fairies were nice enough to pack up and send the rest of the pile home, with an added touch. It's Mom's birthday gift from the bookstore. Ta-da! Wow!
They wrapped every single book. How stinking cute is that?
Wow! Pretty cool.
I know. Reaffirming that they are in fact the best bookstore in the world.
I did mention the Backdoor Cafe adjoins the bookstore. Linnell and Mazzy had many requests. To this counter about 20 times today, and I know everybody by name.
Like the end of the road.
You're not on the cruise ship, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that did it. We're off to the dock. But not before grabbing cool ocean creature hats for the crossing.
And it's anatomically.
So this is the part of the journey where it gets a little bit more challenging. It's the part Mazzy's been dreading, in fact. It kind of looks like the Jungle Cruise boat, doesn't it? Dad says I always know what to say would make Mazzy feel more relaxed. Now, a cold, bouncy boat ride is never my sister's idea of fun. But me, on the other hand, I find it kind of enjoyable. There's room for Mazzy and Mom in the cabin. But us boys, we're not that tight. I feel as though others view me as dysfunctional and stupid. I oftentimes take more than a few hours doing things that many people would do in 5 minutes. But out here, I realize that there's something much greater than myself. Plus, I like the bouncy feeling of this boat. And sharp edges of something that is unknown and amazing seems to cut away most of the things that seem like issues back in my regular home, and it makes me feel as though I truly do belong in this place.
Eagle! Bald eagle!
And there's one of my reasons for believing this. Right there.
So I'll get out, stabilize the boat, and then we'll start yarding stuff off.
Is there a chance that the water's going to come in and flood any of this stuff?
No.
Or, okay, cool.
Unless I really mess up.
Mazzy did an amazing job keeping it together.
Pretty cool, huh, Maz?
But at this point, she was really itching to get off. Connor can't believe that multiple eagles have already flown above. It takes some convincing to keep his camera in the case, till we're off. The chance of a wipeout while disembarking from a seaweed-encrusted rock entry is quite high. At this point, Mazzy's kind of wigging, doesn't really want to get off. But Mom's got this.
Right, I'm not gonna get you here, so hop on, okay?
Somehow she manages to be firm while still loving.
Get us closer.
Mazzy's bag. At this point, Mazzy's like, not doing it, but Mom has a plan.
I'll walk you in like, nope. If I go over, I can drive and pull the plane. So.
I gotta mention, Linnell has incredible balance. Those rocks are as slippery as it gets, and yet she never falters. Okay, maybe a little right there. The tides here are really extreme. At this time of day, they're on the rise. That boat had to get off that beach fast or risk going sideways, so we all pitched in to offload quick so they could get out of there.
Jack and his daughter were pros at this.
In fact, he and his 3 daughters built this cabin by hauling every piece of lumber up these rocks.
Like you're having a good time.
Getting dropped off. Bye. I found deer prints. They're smaller than usual. Bill.
Forgot ice in the fridge. And I didn't buy anything frozen to not take up space in the cooler. So we're just gonna eat the perishables
Perishables.
sooner.
Yeah, it's going to be like a crazy eat fest, and then we're just going to fast.
Well, then we'll eat cereal.
This new bit of knowledge was not to Mazzy's liking, realizing she's stuck making do for the next few days. Nor were the bathroom accommodations.
We have located the outhouse. It's adorable.
I guess if my life depended on it.
But she was learning to be more resilient in these matters.
So mom's gonna sleep in there. Dad.
Yeah, Mom, what?
Dad's gonna sleep on the couch.
Uh-huh.
And Connor's gonna sleep on the sofa, and I'll sleep upstairs.
Oh, and you get the upstairs all to yourself. All right, we got a plan. Cool.
Though the likelihood is slim, there is a chance of bears in the area. Bears aren't big on surprises, so announcing your whereabouts is always a good idea. He's in the zone. Dude will be out there till it's pitch black if we let him.
There's a bone of some kind.
And it looks like I stepped on a couple snails. Or whatever these are.
Is it okay if I bring this bone into the house? It still has a little bit of flesh on it.
Mom actually wanted even more rustic, but we settled on one with a generator to make Mazzy a little more happy.
Accommodating every person's needs on these trips can be challenging.
By the end, we were all thinking the generator was pretty cool. Immediately, Mom's checking out the kayaks. The place also included a propane stove and a wood-burning fire.
Ow! Don't lean on that. That's hot, everyone. Just so you know. That's gonna leave a little bubble.
What did you do, Mom?
I touched that as I was putting this on there.
Completely, your whole hand?
No, my finger.
Mazzy doing her first bathroom run.
Dad! Dad.
Be quiet, it'll come closer.
Already we were visited by a deer. We'd call day number 2 a success as well.
Let's get ready. Get ready. Get ready. All right, you're good. Isn't this? Mazzy paddling. Ugh. Like a grooming station. Wow.
I was just calling to see if you're free.